You're listening to Friday Live on Nebraska Public Media. Glad to have you with us. We're beginning our show today with some live music. Lloyd McCarter grew up immersed in country music. Beginning at the age of 8, he started playing in the family band, as well as listening to his parents perform. After cutting his teeth in honky tonks, playing steel guitar with the band 4020, he now plays with his band, Lloyd McCarter and the Honky Tonk Revival. Lloyd, let's get into it. Take it away with 13 Gears.
I make my living out here behind a windshield in an 80,000-pound, 75-foot W9. I called to say I was on my way and love you, but you can't hold the one you love through a telephone line. I'll admit this life I live is kinda lonely, but a TA cutie can't hold a candle to you. So it's a chicken fried steak, it's a truck stop and some coffee, and some Marlboro Reds help me keep a pushing through. 'Cause I'm 10 miles south of Fort Worth, 5 hours from San Antonio, and I've got 18 wheels on the highway and 13 gears to carry me back home. Well, that 3406 Caterpillar is blowing black smoke, and I'm a-chewing up miles and leaving them behind. 82 twin stacks on his Kenworth and Dale Watson. Oh, they're singing me a song about making up time. 'Cause I'm 10 miles south of Fort Worth, 5 hours from San Antonio, and I've got 18 wheels on the highway and 13 gears to carry me back home. Yes, I'm 10 miles south of Fort Worth, 5 hours from San Antonio, and I've got 18 wheels on the highway and 13 gears to carry me back home. Oh, Lordy, them 13 gears are gonna carry me back home.
Yes. I love the ending of the note at the
That's a
end.
horn,
It's
man.
just
That's a truck horn.
That's the truck horn. That makes sense. Lloyd McCarter here playing acoustically in our studio. He is part of course, Lloyd McCarter and the Honky Tonk Revival, and that was his song 13 Gears. Lloyd, you have a couple of gigs coming up this weekend. One tonight. Do you want to tell us about them?
Yeah, Zubar, FAC.
There
That's
you
where it all
go.
started for us.
Is it?
Yeah, well, when I was 18, I first moved here. And so I would go, sneak into the zoo and watch Billy Bacon and a bunch of those guys,
Yep.
And I would, Charlie Burton and the Dorothy Lynch Mob.
Yes.
Some of those people I would watch and think, man, I could do that with these people, but they were like superheroes around town. And then it's just crazy for those guys to become my peers, Gerardo and all of those guys, and Benji, and I mean, just so much, so much history there for all of us. And that's the first place I played pedal steel at, was at the Zoo Bar. And so
Yeah, for our folks listening, Lloyd, who are in central and western Nebraska, the Zoo Bar is just like legendary. Like people from other countries, I could even say, have heard of the Zoo Bar as a location for music and for bands. And that's from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. tonight.
That's right.
And then on Sunday at 2 o'clock, you're playing on my front lawn.
On your front lawn. And Saturday, I'm playing in Humboldt for a bike rally.
Saturday, you're in Humboldt. Where's that gig then in Humboldt?
It's like by Pawnee City.
Okay, by Pawney City.
Yeah.
Outdoor gig, indoor
Outdoors,
gig? Outdoors. Yeah. All right. How is it playing outdoors as a musician?
Depends on what the weather is. It could be hot or cold.
For those of us unfamiliar with your group, Lloyd McCarter and the Honky Tonk Revival, you want to give us a little description and shout out your bandmates too?
Oh, let's see. The description. It'd be like, it's old country. It's like Hank Williams, It's on Fire or something, So we do old country, but we kind of have a mix of rockabilly in there too, a little bit of a rockabilly feel. Lauren, the longest guy that I've played music with him for 26 years. And he's like a brother to me, literally like a brother to me. And
your bass player?
Yeah, he's a bass player. I started playing with him in 40/20. And I was incredibly scared of him the first time I ever met him because he's a nut and crazy. And I grew up in western Nebraska, just like really plain, simple life. And Lauren was like my first introduction to Lauren. And so anyway, we became the closest, though. And so he's been playing with me for a long time. And then Justin Jones, of course, he used to play with Billy Bacon and a lot of people. Phenomenal drummer. He plays with us. Sammy Packard on fiddle, who is incredible. And he used to play with Charlie Burton for a little bit. And then Mike McCracken, who is an incredible guitar player and just an incredible human being. All those guys are fabulous musicians and fabulous people. So when you get all into a van and you got to drive 18 hours somewhere, you don't want to be with crummy people, and they're great to travel with and great to play on stage with. And we have a ton of fun. And I mean, we just had practice the other day. We were practicing for a bluegrass show out in Nebraska City. And my wife actually came upstairs and said, there's no way that you could recreate or produce the amount of chemistry that is in the room when you guys get together.
Yeah.
So that's the story.
Aww.
We love being together and we love playing music.
That's the best of all the worlds there.
Yeah.
I know that you strive to keep those older forms of country music going,
Sure.
the honky tonk, a little bit of the rockabilly, which, goes back a few decades. I'm wondering why you see that as important.
Oh, because my family, I grew up, my mom and dad met by playing music. My uncle was actually on this show called the Louisiana Hayride, which is way back, right? So my family played old music, and I actually started playing guitar just so I wouldn't be ignored because everybody played so much. And so that the old country music that I would go listen to my dad singing when I was a little kid, and I'd fall asleep against the main speakers listening to Charlie Pride and Farron Young and Ray Price, and my dad would sing all those old songs, and they just mean so much to me. And I want to preserve, at least for me, I want to preserve that sound, no matter if it's popular or not. I mean, it's our sound, and it's kind of what I grew up with, and so I want to save that.
Yeah. But then you said just a moment ago, it's like this, but with fire.
Yeah.
So you're still keeping it fresh.
Yeah. A lot of people, the one comment we get the most, there's actually just a lady at Aloe on Wednesday night. She came up and she says, I don't really like country music, but I love you guys. And that's the one comment that we get over and over and over. So, which is funny because we're playing country music.
Well, I do think, I will just jump in and say, Lloyd, that I think there's an idea now of what country
What it
music is now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's so much. If
Yeah.
folks haven't watched the Ken Burns country music special,
Yeah,
which is
for
an
sure.
investment of time,
Yeah.
there's so much that goes into it. So much history and so many types of folk and culture. And I mean, it's a lot. I do have a guitar question for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you have more than one. I know this is your
I have
outdoor
so many guitars.
guitar here that you've brought today. Is there a story, a name, a particular type of guitar that you like?
Yeah. So I have a guitar named Martina, and it's a Martin D18. It's a vintage Martin D18. And I found it used at Dietz Music here in town. And so for like 3 months, I would go every week on Friday, and I would play that guitar. And I found out it was on consignment. And I told my wife, I said, this guitar it's like $5,000. And I go, we got to buy this guitar. And she's like, you're out of your mind. Like, that is the most insane number for a guitar. And so I tried to show her online how much they were, you know, if you would find one online. And in doing so, I found one that was for sale in Lincoln. So I called this guy. The number was on eBay. And I said, you have a Martin D18? He goes, yeah, it's on consignment down at Dietz. And so I go, oh, man, I'll give you $3,000 for that. And he's like, oh, I thought we were friends. And he kind of drilled me a little bit, you know. So anyway, I went in there and I played that guitar. And then one day it was gone. And so that was a big bummer. And then Christmas morning, I had my coffee cup sitting on my guitar case. And my wife says, why don't you play us a song? Which is not something you hear from a musician's wife. Like, go ahead and play some more. You know? So I go, okay, I guess. And she had bought me that guitar. And so pretty special guitar. I don't take it out much anymore. I used to tour with it.
Yeah.
And I started beating it up pretty bad and it made my heart sad. So I leave it at home and play it at home. And I've replaced it for... you know, with
That is
multiple
so
other
cool.
guitars, yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, Lloyd, it's so great to hear your voice this morning.
Yeah,
You've
looking
got an
forward to
amazing
Sunday,
voice.
too.
Yeah, looking forward to Sunday. That is our annual Woods Park Yard concert, which is hosted on my lawn. And yes, you can find information about that on Facebook. I've been talking here with Lloyd McCarter of Lloyd McCarter and the Honky Tonk Revival, and you've got multiple chances to catch him. The first is tonight at the Zoo Bar. That show starts at 5 p.m. Saturday, you're in Humboldt. What time is that show?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. And then you can catch him on my front lawn at that Woods Park Yard concert. That starts at 2 p.m. on Sunday. Lloyd, such a joy having you on. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having me.